Hey you guys, this is your coach, Dr. Andrea Dickerson here with IOwnADaycare.com, where we connect childcare business owners with proven management solutions. For today's proven management solution, I want to talk to childcare business owners who's looking for ways to improve their staff retention, help remove some of the behavior challenges that the children are facing in the classroom, and also those of you that's looking to have a model that your teachers can follow when working in your classroom. If that sounds like something that will help you change your business, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, stay tuned, and I'll be right back. All right now, childcare boss. So whether you've been in childcare for 20 years or this is your first year, you want to mark your calendars for this highly anticipated Learn New Systems free webinar. You can go to www.learnnewsystems.com and grab your free spot. I'm going to help you identify systems that you may have been overlooking in your business. It's going to be game changing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for staying along with me. I am so excited. Be sure to click the link below so that you can become a part of the I Own a Daycare family, where you'll learn more information like this that will help you change the way your childcare business is currently managed. Well, all right, let's dig in. Today, I'm talking to those of you that's in childcare because many of you are struggling in your business when it comes to classroom management. Your shelving have no rhyme or reason. Your classrooms are full of clutter. You have the wrong material that does not create an atmosphere that helps children make their own independent choices, and you're struggling to improve the quality of your childcare business. Well, today, I want to talk to you about ways to run an excellent childcare program by learning classroom management. Now, when you look online, as far as Google is concerned, you will see that several of the definitions when it comes to classroom management typically applies to an elementary classroom. But that doesn't really apply to childcare. In my 20 years of owning and operating a childcare business, I've had to sit down and clearly define what classroom management really means and create a way to help my team see my vision and do my vision. So I created a full classroom management training for my teachers, and I'm going to talk to you about how I did that. Number one, let's clearly define what classroom management is so that you will be a part of, so that you will know exactly what I intend for you to know. Number one, let me define what classroom management means according to the Jumpstart School of Systems. Classroom management is how well the classroom flows, the ability to keep a schedule, skilled in a variety of areas such as curriculum, teaching, classroom safety awareness, also having the skill set and the ability for proper classroom hygiene, disinfection, how the classroom is set up and why, and keeping the classroom style guide. That is my definition of classroom management. The reason why I want to talk to you about why classroom management is important is because most of this comes from the CEO. You want to provide clear directives to your team about your classroom flow, your classroom schedule, your classroom setup, your classroom hygiene, your classroom disinfection processes. And when you do, it will allow your team to take their skill set and apply it to your expectations, and then that will create a better classroom management flow. Let me give you guys a story so that you will see that this comes from experience and not from theory. When I first started in childcare, I didn't tell teachers the flow for the children's artwork. So I would come in the classroom and their activities from the day would be left on the shelves. I would have their artwork or their science projects just left anywhere in the classroom. Some inappropriately left on the shelves, some not put in the book bags, some just left out on tables, and it made my classrooms very cluttered, unorganized, and the children's work was just something to do, and it didn't apply to a real curriculum standard. So I started noticing that I didn't set the foundation, I didn't have the right systems in place. I realized that I wasn't empowering my teachers with the proper classroom management capabilities. So as a CEO, I want you to take on my mindset and begin to implement that in your business by setting the proper flow, the proper setup, the proper standard, And this allows me to train my team so that they can see my specifics that I'm looking for when it comes to classroom management. All right, so here we go. The next one is classroom setup. Classroom setup is very important when it comes to you creating your classroom management flow and systems. So let me give you my definition, because again, when you look out online on Google, it doesn't clearly define classroom setup for childcare. So let me give it to you according to the School of Systems way. Classroom setup is a central piece of classroom management to support teaching, learning behaviors, and accountability for staff. Most of the classroom setup that you'll find on Google talks about classroom setup being important for children. But as a CEO, when you set up your classroom, you setting up your classroom for the behavior for staff. This is going to control how staff work within your classrooms, how they flow within your systems. And once followed by staff, it will impact the children. It also means furniture being moved around, pulling up or changing displays, rearranging how children are seated around the classrooms, your groups, and your numbering systems. So all of this is a part of a CEO's responsibility to set up your groups, your numbering systems, your bulletin board standards and objectives, your classroom flow, setup, schedules. All of this is to support teaching and accountability for your staff. When you set up your classrooms like this, your setup then moves you to the next level, which is having the proper classroom guide. Now, classroom guides are not particularly known for childcare, but it's a standard that I've learned to adapt for the School of Systems so that I can clearly define that you're not just creating a brand, but you're having a classroom guide. So no matter how many classrooms you have, all of your classrooms will meet your brand. So let's talk about that. Classroom style guide. A classroom style guide is for your layout. It's for your material setup. It's for your color codes. It's for your cubbies. It's what one uses in their program to provide consistency in all classrooms. So as a CEO, this is your responsibility to set up your style guide. Now, let's get ready to bring this video to a close, and let's bring it home. What this typically means is that you got to have classroom management skills yourself, a system for managing your classroom, a classroom particular way of setup, and then you create your guide for your team to follow. Let me show you what I've used in my program. I've used what I call the staff quarterly agenda. This staff quarterly agenda includes how I want my classroom set up, my bulletin boards, my curriculum, how my activities should flow in my classrooms with my different centers. See, I've identified my centers, what my colors mean in my centers. And by doing this, it allows me to keep my classrooms managed according to my standard. I've also created a PowerPoint presentation that allows my team to know what to do and how to do it based on my before and after photos. Well, if you come to my training and become a part of my School of Systems, you're going to find out more and get the exact content that you'll need in order to implement this in your business. Don't be overwhelmed, but be inspired to change the way your business is currently ran. All right, until next time, you guys, remember, if you manage the childcare business that you love, you will love the childcare business that you manage. Bye, you guys.